John here from Sales by Helen. I am the owner of an estate sale company on the main line, which is a western suburb of Philadelphia. We've conducted thousands of estate sales. We've been in business for 35 years, but I want to give you my tips on how to shop estate sales. Estate sales are great. They're a fun way to acquire unique stuff for your home, stuff that's different, original artwork and rugs and jewelry and home decor. You don't want stuff from those big box stores. You want to add a little character, and estate sales are the great way to get that. They're usually run on the weekends. They're usually run 1 to 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday, or just Sundays. That's what we run them, just one day only. There's 3 major reasons why we have estate sales. Downsizing, death, and divorce. Obviously, the last 2 are easy. Downsizing, we have a lot of big estates here on the main line, 12, 15,000 square foot houses, and people move into condos, they move into apartments or smaller houses. So a lot of times they'll be moving, they'll take, obviously in a death, they're not taking anything, but in a downsizing, they're going to just take some of the pieces and leave the rest for us to sell. So most common question is, where do you find estate sales? Estatesales.net is the industry standard. We've been with them for a long time, 15, 18 years or longer we've been with them. There's also other websites, estatesale.com, estatesales.org, Craigslist, Facebook. Most of the professional companies, the real companies, they're going to advertise on estatesales.net. The ones that will be privately run, you'll find them on Craigslist and Facebook. So my tips for people, study the photos. Most of these companies are going to post photos. You're going to want to study those photos. You're going to want to research the items in advance. Personally, I make a list. I make a spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet guy. I'll make a list of all the photos. I'll do my research. I'll find out what the stuff's worth, what I want to pay for it. I buy a lot for clients. So they'll say, hey, John, I want this painting. I'll pay you $500. Very, very common. Do your research. It's going to save you time at the estate sale. So if you do all your research in advance, you know what you want to pay. You walk in, you see the piece, you say, okay, that's a great price, and you buy it. Next, I Google the house. I'm sorry, maybe it's a little stalkery, but I always Google the house. The people don't post the address. A lot of big companies won't post it until the day or 2 before, but I will Google the address. I will look at the real estate listings. I will see what's in the house. I'll see the layout of your house. It's a sport to me. So when I'm going to someone else's estate sale, I always Google the house. Just so you know, don't expect it all to be there, because they're going to keep some of it. They're going to take some of it with them. But it gives you a general idea of what's there. You'll get to know the companies as you go to more, and you'll see that some of them don't post photos of everything. Sometimes they post photos of the stuff that's the junk, and all the great stuff is there. So I know which companies post what and which photos. So I Google the house. I see what's there. But if I show up and something that was in the real estate photos not there, I'm not upset. They must have just kept it. Along those same lines of getting to know the company, tip number 4, get to know what forms of payments they accept, how they price, when they discount, do they miss certain things? Do they overlook certain things? What do they price super high? Who's in charge? Is it when you go to these companies, you don't want to be negotiating with someone who has no impact on the price. So get to know the company, learn how they price. Some people price way high on the first day, and they're hoping to discount on the second day. Other companies just want to blow it out. They just want to get rid of it. So get to know the companies, the people who work there. They can also tell you, hey, I know you're looking for oyster plates. They're in this room, or I know you should look at this. You might have missed that. So get to know the companies. It takes you a couple of times of going to the sales, but you'll get to know the companies and how they work. Tip number 5 is arrive early. When I'm going to an estate sale, listen, back in the day in the 90s, we used to sleep overnight in our cars. I would go to estate sales up in North Jersey, and I would get there the night before, put my name on a list, and they'd let us in one at a time. Nowadays, I'll arrive an hour and a half early if I really want something. If there's something I can't live without for myself or for my house, I will get there way early. You get there early. They usually have, most of the companies in this area don't do a number system. So they don't do like a sheet, a sign-up sheet. Some of them will give you a number. Some of them, it's just the doors open, first come, first serve. That's what we like to do. I think that's the most fair way, because what happens is if you have a list, everyone signs their friends up on the list, and then, and you'll never get in because there's 25 people who are like, they're out getting breakfast. So I don't like the list. I like to just do first come, first serve. But arrive early. A lot of times, when I go into a sale, in the first 10 minutes, 25% of the sale is sold. It happens. The people are there for specific reasons. So if you don't get there early, don't expect to get the good stuff. Next, be decisive. That's tip number 6, is be decisive. If you put it down, somebody else will take it. I went to an estate sale this weekend. I was looking at something. I was thinking about it. I put it down. Bam, 2 seconds later, it was gone. So be decisive, and don't assume that everybody's there for the same thing. I once went to a sale and the guy in front of me looked past all the gold coins and they were like, a tenth of scrap. And I was like, oh my God, but he was there for kitchen stuff. So some people go specifically for clothing or for artwork or for books or for CDs or antiques. So be decisive. Be assertive. Don't be pushy. Don't be a bully, because no one's going to like that. But you want to make sure that you pick it up real quick. The person in front of you is probably not going for the same thing. So be decisive. Bring a bag. I like bring a bag to put my stuff in. Sometimes I'll bring my employees to help me carry stuff if I know it's one of the sales that doesn't have a hold table. Tip number 7 is bring cash. Cash is king. We have to pay credit card fees. Most of my customers pay with a credit card, and that costs me 3.5%, depending on the credit card. So cash will help you get, it'll help you get a little bit better of a deal. Oftentimes, it'll also help you get in and out real fast. We like to use Venmo. My company, we accept credit cards in Venmo. So to get people in and out real quick. Others, it takes a long time. They don't know how the Venmo works or the credit card works. So I just bring cash, handed somebody $20, $100, $1,000 in and out is the easiest way. Tip number 8 is be respectful. The estate sale company does not own the items. It's not theirs. We're working at the behest of someone else. And sometimes they put reserves on stuff. Sometimes they'll tell me, hey, John, I don't want to sell this painting unless I can get $1,000 for it. Or I want X number for this. I don't like to take those sales where there's a lot of reserves, but other companies, I get it. They do it. They get feedback. So please be respectful. I saw a guy yelling at an estate sale employee that your prices were too high. And the guy was like, well, the owner said that they'll keep it if it doesn't sell for X. So just be respectful of that. You're also in someone's house. You're in someone's place. Sometimes they're even living there. I don't do occupied houses, but other companies do occupied houses for estate sales. So you don't start opening doors, going in bathrooms, going in closets that are roped off. Just be respectful. You're in someone's house. It's very like just please be respectful, because you are a guest in someone's house. Number 9 tip is, professional companies, they usually don't take offers the first 2 hours of a sale. I only run my sales one day, so I will consider offers later in the day. Other companies will take offers, on the second day, or they discount. We used to do full price first day, 25 off second day, half off third day. But again, they're not all the same. The companies have a fiduciary responsibility to get as much money. They're not obligated to discount. Don't assume, oh man, if they don't sell it, it goes in the dumpster. That's not the case. So if you're going to make an offer, my recommendation is talk to the owner and say, hey, listen, I want to leave you an offer on something. Is that okay if you go the first day? I saw a couple pieces at an estate sale this weekend, and I wanted to pay $1,000 for the 3 pieces. So I respectfully I got the owners very busy of the estate sale. I said, just so you know, if these don't sell, I'm $1,000 if you're interested in selling these 3. Sure enough, they called me on Sunday and said, come and get it. Don't wait till the last 5 minutes to make an offer because we're busy. We're wrapping up. We're trying to get home. We've worked all day. Remember, our day starts. We were there all week setting up the estate sale. So the day of the estate sale, we're tired. It's been a long day. We're moving furniture. So if you're going to make an offer, let's say the sale's over at 2, I would recommend coming 1. You go the first day of the sale, you're looking for mistakes with these professional companies. Something they overlooked, they didn't see a gold mark, they don't understand that that's a Cutco knife or whatever it might be. So day 1 is sort of mistakes, whereas day 2 or the end of the sale is where you're doing your bulk deals, your bulk buyouts. That's when you're like, people are just getting rid of stuff usually. But again, so and finally, the last thing, it's another one about be respect. Don't assume the company is desperate to unload everything. It's just not the case. I have a lot of clients that'll say, okay, we'll put it into storage if it doesn't sell. We'll donate it and take the tax write-off, which might be financially better than selling it to a reseller or selling it to a wholesaler. They might have already have an agreement with auction, or in a lot of cases, they already have offers for the entire balance of the estate. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll say, if these 5 things are here, I'll give you $10,000 for everything that's unsold at the end. So they're not desperate. So don't assume that the motives of the estate sale company or of the owners of the items, because usually you're wrong. So estate sales are fun. They're great. I love hosting them. I love going to them. I love buying from them. They're a great opportunity. I like to see the houses. I like to see how people merchandise stuff. You follow these 10 rules and you will have a successful estate sale experience. So again, just have fun. Check out the estate sales. There's pretty much a couple every weekend in this area, but estate sales are fun. I highly recommend them. Don't be nervous. If you come to our estate sale, look for me. I will gladly talk to you and help you. I will walk you through the whole process, talk to you about delivery, talk about when stuff could get picked up. I will walk you through, hey, don't buy that. This is overpriced. We just had a piano a couple months ago and the owners wanted way too much money. Guy wanted to buy it. I said, please don't. It's way overpriced. The client wants way too much money in this condition. They have the sentimental attachment to it, so don't buy it. So talk to the estate sale owners. We're all nice people. Mike and Kim at Gunning Estate Sales, Sarah at Jeffers Estate Sales, Sharon at Fix to Move. Really, really nice people that you can talk to. And Stacy at Found Estate Sales, another great person. Obviously, we're busy because there's hundreds of people in a closed house, a close, tight, packed house. So look for your opportunity to talk to them. But they're all nice people. Talk to them. Go to estate sales. Have fun. Check them out, estatesales.net.